So I think the main thing that I've taken away from all of the fun that I've had with these little cameras,
it's like, when are YouTubers or people in general going to stop making very dumb mistakes, or mistakes that could be prevented? This is Marquise Brownlee, also known as MKBHD. He's one of YouTube's like biggest tech reviewers ever. Like he's amassed close to 20 million subscribers right now, and he's been under a bunch of flack in the past few months. And let's just say his downfall is closing in if he doesn't stop making these ridiculous mistakes and like these dumb mistakes every single time. I remember like a few months ago, he was the one who did a review on the electric brand called Fisker. He did a review with them, and he reviewed the car, and basically he said the car was pure ass, like it was bad.
Hey, what's up, guys? I was really struggling on how to start this video, just because this might be the single weirdest automotive reviewing experience I've ever had, and I was trying to think if maybe there's a superlative to explain it, like, oh, this is the weirdest car I've ever tried, or this is the quirkiest car that I've used so far. But I think it's just the worst car I've ever tested, but probably not in the ways you're expecting. So this car behind me here, this is the Fisker Ocean. You might not have heard of it. Pretty new car, pretty new company, new name anyway. And there were a lot of red flags actually going into this.
So the company went under. I won't say it went under, but like the stocks like plummeted. Like it went down because of one person's review. You know how society is. If an influencer says something, or like tells you what to do, tells you something that doesn't work, or like that's not favorable for him, everybody else gonna join the club, and next thing you know, your stocks are going down. So he also caught some flack in the same company as well, because a lot of the people in the company were like, you know, like, you're trying to ruin our reputation, trying to ruin our brand, and we just like starting up. You know, they're kind of like the opposites of Tesla. They're like the rivals to Tesla. Basically, some flack was caught here and there, but nothing too crazy. Now, same thing a few months ago. This all happened a few months ago, so it's like it keeps like piling up every single time. Like something keeps happening that could be easily avoided. You know what I'm saying? He released this app for wallpapers that he designs, and you basically just have to pay $50 a year for a subscription. But the thing is, all the wallpapers are not free. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay like a little amount of money, like I say a few cents to like $1 or something, like $2. But that's not the point though. The point is, a lot of people didn't like the fact that you're charging people to use an app that in all honesty nobody really needs. You know what I'm saying? Like Apple, every single phone already comes with a wallpaper. They have wallpapers built in and installed on their phones. So the fact that you're coming over here and trying to charge people extra money to do it, and you know he does have some wallpapers that are free.
The downfall of MKBHD, he just released a $50 a year backgrounds app for your phone, and he dropped it on his iPhone 16 review video, which was the first 2 minutes. So he made a 2-minute ad for an app that sucks, that the entire world saw. Now, we should probably give him some slack, right? But when he makes videos titled "The worst product I've ever reviewed until now," what do you think's gonna happen? The worst product is this. Now, if you want to download an image for free, you can do that. You have to watch a 30-second unskippable ad. And you would think these are really high quality backgrounds, right? There's an image that's just orange. You have to watch a 30-second ad to download an orange background. That's just straight up orange.
Now, those wallpapers that are free are useless, alright? Because first of all, they call it's literally just a plain orange background. I can make that in Canva in 20 seconds. Alright, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that like a crazy wallpaper that I need to waste my time on. You know, purchase the app to get a plain background wallpaper. So people were saying that, and a lot of people also like drew to the fact that, I won't say a lot of people, but I saw that when back in 2017 he said that the internet's golden #1 rule is to not pay for something if it's already free. basically. And it basically feels like he just went back on his own audience, because you're charging people for something that's basically free. You can literally go on Pinterest and get a wallpaper for the free ski. All right, that's even the same thing. Or you could just go on Canva and edit like a wallpaper and draw it yourself. This is not a promotion for Canva, but if they're trying to sponsor me, I've been using y'all for a while. So you charging extra money and making people pay extra money for something that's free, or like that's, you know, all over the place. It doesn't make any sense. You're going back on your word, and you're using your audience basically. Now recently, he did a review for this camera. First of all, the entire video for the review is literally like an entire ad for the camera. The entire video was an ad. So during that ad, he was racing in the car, trying to show how good the camera is. But the problem is, he was racing in a 35 mile per hour children endangerment zone.
So I think the main thing that I've taken away from all of the fun that I've had with these little cameras.
So technically that's a residential area, which a lot of children are there, you know, just having fun and playing around. And he was driving close to 100 miles an hour. That's insane. That's insane, because I remember one time I was driving in the residential area to 35 miles an hour, and I was driving at 60. And 60 because I was in a hurry to get somewhere. So I was driving 60 and I got pulled over. I didn't get a ticket, but I got a warning. But it's like, just 60 was, you know, enough for them to pull me over. You're going at 100, okay? Like, don't say, you know, it was on camera and you try to block it out. That's the crazy part. He tried to block out the dash cam, or like the dashboard, to make it seem like it's covered up. But the car, first of all, as a car reviewer, you should know where the speed is on the car, like where everything is placed on the car. The car has another place where it also tells you what the speed of the car is going at, and it showed clearly 95 miles an hour. A lot of people looked at that like, yo, like that's insane. Like, what are you doing? That's a residential area, because it's a lot of kids that's having fun on the streets, are having fun, they're playing around with their friends, and you over here are an endangerment to those kids, because in case of like they kick a ball or something. Because I remember somebody who did that. You know, a child's pet. They were walking around with their pet, and I guess they threw a ball and got down to the street. The dog tried to go grab the ball, and it got ran over by a car, because the car was going at 60. It wasn't even going at 100. It was going at 60 and got ran over. And yeah, so you going at 100 miles an hour. That's you're putting your life in danger, first of all, and the lives of other people as well around you. That's the problem that a lot of people have with this, with what he did. Then he tried to issue an apology, you know, saying like, you know, I apologize. I'll read the apology to you, okay? Last video I did something pretty stupid. You might have already seen it, but maybe not, so I'll address it here. There was a clip with the action cam of me test driving a car and going way too fast. Absolutely inexcusable and dangerous. Okay, that's okay. I've since cut it out of the video with YouTube's editor tool. I also understand that this looks like I'm covering it up, but I think it's the right thing to do. There's no reason to leave that clip in there. And there was no, in parentheses, there was no reason to include that clip in the first place. I'll never want to make it seem okay by leaving it in the video. I'm well aware of the straight sand effect, and I know everything on the internet lives forever, but I think that's the best decision right now. So basically, it's a bullshit apology, because what you're really apologizing for is the fact that you included it in the video. You're apologizing that, oh man, y'all caught me, man, I should have never put that in the video. You're not apologizing for the fact that you're actually going that fast. You're going fast. That's what people are saying. Like, that's the problem with the whole situation, is that you're not apologizing for the speed you're going. You're apologizing for including that in the video, and then you're saying, oh, you cut out the unnecessary driving in it. You're saying it's unnecessary till somebody gets unalived from that situation. Then it's gonna be necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, it just feels like a lot of people like making some dumb decisions. It kind of just feels like that Jack Doherty episode where he was driving and looking at his phone and then increased the speed in the rain and crashed his car. like it feels like there's no thought process behind some of these thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people you're making decisions that's gonna affect your life in the long run, and you know, you might see it as you're making, you know, you're changing your decisions now, like you're changing your habits, you're learning and stuff. But if you keep making the same mistakes, keep messing up your fan base, because now your fan base don't really want to respect you anymore. Okay, half his fan base don't want to respect him anymore because of what has been happening in the past few months. And I hate to see him just go down in the next few months. You know, he's still gonna be relevant for a while because he is a tech reviewer. Okay, and right now the world is going into tech. The world is going into AI. The world is going into a lot of technology, and he's technically needed in that aspect. But if he doesn't stop making these dumb mistakes, it's gonna be cut short, because people nowadays are gonna hold you accountable for everything that you do. And you know, I'm happy that a lot of people held him accountable. You know, some people were saying, so you're telling me we all don't do this, driving on the daily? First of all, no. All right, especially when there's cameras around, you are going to jail. So for reckless driving, cause I know it's in Virginia, you go to jail for reckless driving, because if you go way too high above the speed limit, you're going to jail. Yeah, I'm happy a lot of people held him accountable and let him know, like, yo, like this is messed up, all right? Let's not do this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I hope y'all like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.